Hello there, subjects of the Empire. This is Eye of the Empire, where we review holo transmissions intercepted and decoded by our agents from the Imperial Security Bureau. Today's report is on the 8th and final episode of Skeleton Crew. Before we get started, here's some disclaimers. First disclaimer, these reviews and all these reports might contain spoilers. Second disclaimer, this reviewer isn't a fan of most of Disney's Star Wars, and they are basically biased against most of them. And now, on to the review. Here we are, at the last episode. As I stated in the last review, the kids will be the ones to save the day. Jude's ploy to act as a Republic emissary gets him full cooperation from the security droids and the kids' parents. He uses this to keep the kids from exposing his plans and to gain an audience with the supervisor. The mysterious supervisor, which turns out to be just another droid. An intelligent droid who saw through Jude's deception, and also a stupid droid because it let Jude get close enough to kill it with the lightsaber. This act ends up creating a massive power failure, which shuts down all of the security droids, providing an opening for the kids to act. Their plan? Get to their ship and call for help. The problem? The rest of the pirates are already here. They've taken over everything. All the kids get a heroic moment to shine. Even their parents get help. Episode ends with the New Republic arriving, guns blazing. The planet is liberated from both the pirates and the droids that have been sheltering them from the rest of the galaxy. Some observations. I'm glad that Supervisor just turned out to be a giant brain droid and not another cameo, like having to be Snoke or something else like that. Keeping the show in its own micro-universe was a good thing. You can enjoy it for what it is and not have to worry about how it blends in with the larger narrative. I'm disappointed that Jude didn't try to charm the girl's mom. He didn't need to call the pirate army to take over. He could have just gained her trust and then plot his way to complete control over the planet. We could have had a whole plot with the kids trying to stop the wedding. I guess Jude was a Force user after all. His childhood was the opposite of these kids. He had to fend for himself on the streets. His one chance for a better life was a Jedi who told him that he was special. They were killed in front of him during the Emperor's Purge, leading poor Jude to become a bitter, greedy adult with a get them first before they can get you attitude. He's definitely the bad guy of this episode. He threatens the kids and their parents, plans on enslaving the entire planet to run this planet like a money tree for him. He does seem to regret seeing KB die. She didn't die. He doesn't know it though. And when they take the bear down, he knows it's over. He's not that evil to try to get his revenge by cleaning them all after the fact. He's been defeated. He knows it. It's over. I'm glad they didn't make the boy force sensitive like they did with Rey and later with Finn. Having the kid stand up against Jude, who is more stronger than him, it's more impactful when we know that he's just a kid. The bravest of heroes are the characters we normally see as weak. It takes more for them to be the hero than it does for a stronger character. The New Republic saved the day, or did they? These guys were reckless. It looks like their main concern was just killing pirates and not protecting the civilians. No warning shots to get them to surrender. no attempt to lead the pirates away from the city. They just started blasting them. They blasted the pirate ship until it crashed down on the city. Who cares how many innocents die when the wreckage of the pirate vessel lands on top of them? And why are there pirates operating in this galaxy in the first place? During your planet's golden age of piracy, many pirates were formerly privateers, basically mercenary sailors who accept contracts from legitimate nations during a time of war. They've turned to piracy when those conflicts were over. Did these pirates in this galaxy here share a similar backstory? Were they independent freighter captains and their crews who heard the Rebel Alliance's call to action, armed their ships with powerful blasters to wage war as privateers on the Empire's shipping fleet, sharing the loot with the Rebel Alliance, and once the Galactic Civil War was over and the Rebels won, there was really nothing left for these privateers but become pirates. A failure of the New Republic. And what's their solution to help these pirates? Blast them to smithereens. Finally, I'll address some of the criticism I heard about this show. Yes, the kids aren't very complex characters, they're stereotypes. The plot, it's pretty simple, and you could easily pick it apart for errors. But I argue that this is a kid show. A show for kids starring kids. It has to be judged under a different standard than shows that are aimed for an older audience. Don't overthink it. I'm not saying it gets a free pass for defying all logic. The Skeleton Crew was an entertaining show. You could care about these characters, and the last episode, it was an emotional payoff. Will there be a second season of Skeleton Crew? The creators said that they're willing to make more, but they wrote the season to have the ending, which, in my opinion, is a good thing. Sometimes it's nice to give a good story a nice happy ending and leave it at that. Besides, this show apparently didn't get high enough ratings, which it makes getting a second season very low. But this was a good show. It's up there with Andor, in my opinion, until the next series.